Rock on this Friday morning. It is November 15th. Thanks for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Ferdman.
And I'm Stephanie Joseph. We have a lot to come this morning here on ARC Rochester, including this morning we are talking sports. We first will be sitting down with the Rochester Amerks to take a look at the special game happening tomorrow night.
Yep, and then later on we are looking ahead to the matchup of the weekend, the Bills taking on the Chiefs this Sunday. Dan Fetes is going to talk with us to preview that game.
Yeah, but before all of that, it is Friday and we want to take some time to tell you about some of the events happening in your community.
Yeah, this morning it is all about the holiday events. We'll start things out with some of the decorations moving into the Rock Holiday Village in downtown Rochester today.
Oh yeah, a lot of fun. Crews will transform MLK Park into a winter wonderland. The festival opens on December 6th.
The 6th annual Holiday Village runs Wednesdays through Sundays until December 29th. So even after many of the holidays are over, the festival brings holiday cheer to the Rochester area.
Now, if you haven't been, they literally have everything. Ice skating, holiday market, food, drinks, family-friendly activities.
Yeah, most of all, Santa's gonna be there, which everybody loves Santa. Yeah. And everybody also loves those holiday igloos. Those things sell out so fast every single year. Yeah, because they're warm and they're cozy, and you get to enjoy all the snow and the magic of the winter. But you're warm and you're inside, and that's the best part.
It makes the difference. Oh my gosh, I was so jealous last year when I went. Yeah. And they were all just sitting there cozy. Yeah. And it was raining.
Oh, no. Did you go for work or did you go just for fun?
Both. Okay. So it was raining for work, and it might have been a little snowy when I went just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Well, like we said, decorations setting up today, and that's kicking off December 6th.
Let's move along now to Christmas in the country.
Yeah,
and it's returning to the Dome Arena in Henrietta.
Yeah, if you want to get a head start on some of your holiday shopping, it's open today through Sunday. There are going to be more than 125 amazing artisans, artists, craft makers. Look at those Bills jerseys. I mean, come on. Bedazzled, are you kidding me? So cool.
Yeah, and there's handcrafted gifts and festive treasures, gourmet foods, wine, spa quality bath products, which is great, jewelry, pottery.
Yeah, so a little something for everybody. Christmas in the country, running 4 until 9 and starting at 10 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. You're going to need tickets if you want to go, and you can buy those at the door. You can also buy them online.
They are giving away complimentary return passes for you to come back another day in the weekend.
Yeah, so get some of that holiday shopping done.
Look at that maple syrup.
I know. So good. So good. All right. And the Genesee Country Village and Museum is hosting their annual holiday market, and they're getting ready for their winter event opening this weekend.
Yeah, the event allows guests to travel back in time and experience winter in the past.
Ooh, it features 19th century winter preparation demonstrations. I'm gonna guess that this is not it. Unique holiday shopping with over 60 local vendors, hands-on family-friendly activities. Maybe I'm wrong. The event will offer some historical sausage making, candle dipping, wool quilting, and food offerings.
That's really
I stand
cool.
corrected. This is, wow, they have a lot of cool stuff.
A lot of fun stuff. Even we're surprised.
Yeah.
The event runs Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. until 3 in the afternoon.
You're going to need tickets for this one, too, and you can get those at the door and on their website, too.
And if you still haven't found that perfect gift, you can always stop by the Folk Art Guild studio for their holiday sale this weekend.
Yep, wide display, crafts, art pieces, one-of-a-kind gifts that just kind of embrace the thoughtful and meaningful way to holiday shop.
Yeah, that's including pottery. We've got weaving, woodworking, baked goods, and even handmade clothing.
Yep. With this one, no admission charge. Guests are encouraged to connect with talented makers and enjoy the festive atmosphere filled with artistry and community.
The East Hill Gallery and all guild workshops will be open from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. this weekend.
Good stuff. You know, it's amazing. We have so many talented people in our community.
I know.
I wish I had even a fraction of the talent, because I'm always so jealous of the people that get to sit there in the booths and they get to talk about the stuff that they're passionate about. It's always great to see.
Thanks to them. I'm still looking for gifts, so
I know, right?
before that time runs out. Now let's turn to our last event that is a little bit different, but still holiday themed. Artisan Works is hosting an immersive shopping experience based on The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a perfect event for those who want to start getting into the holiday spirit, but maybe aren't quite ready to say goodbye to fall just yet. This has my name written all over it.
The themed shopping experience that has over 100 vendors for all of your holiday gift giving needs.
The event is a returning favorite, and they say this year it'll be bigger and better than anything they've ever done before.
Guests can also expect an array of different activities. There's free caricature art, ooh, a good one, a braid bar, tarot readings, decorate your own mini Christmas tree, and a cash bar.
Whoa, hey, all right, it's happening this Sunday from 12 until 4. You are going to need tickets for this one. You can buy those at the door. They have such a big following, The Nightmare Before Christmas and Artisan Works. So if you like either one or both of those things, you're in good shape.
That is for sure. A lot of holiday events are happening this weekend, so let's see if we will have some favorable weather for it. We'll go over to our friend, meteorologist Marty Snyder, for a check of the forecast. Hey, Marty.
Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, it does look like we're going to see some nice weather as we head through the upcoming weekend. Overall, the sunshine is going to try to win out. I think today we're going to see at least some sunshine. Try to hold on. Today may be a day when the cloud cover stays a little bit stubborn, but areas east may see a little more sun than areas west. But we're starting off pretty mild right now for this time of year and this time of day. We're in the 40s. Usually we're in the 30s now. We'll get up to about within a couple of degrees of 50 for a high temperature today. But I think going into tomorrow, more sunshine makes a return for more areas and even staying pretty quiet as we head into Sunday as well. So overall, some pretty good news over these next couple days. I think we're going to keep some sunshine around, probably more so for tomorrow than today, but at least a few breaks try to work through today as well.
All right, Marty, thank you very much.
Okay.
Time right now is 8:06.
Let's go now to our poll of the day. We want to know, how much snowfall does it take to get you in the holiday spirit? Your options?
Just a dusting. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. None for you, or I have no preference.
Ooh, I think I know my answer.
You do?
Yeah.
You want to share it now or you want to wait?
I'll wait.
Okay. All
But
right.
they can probably guess. So we want you to weigh in too. Head to our X account, or you can scan that QR code right there with your smartphone to get to our X, otherwise known as Twitter page. Submit your answers. Don't forget to comment. Be very nice, sweet and nice. And we'll have the results from the poll, as well as some of your responses and opinions coming up soon.
Yeah, we're going to look forward to that in the next hour. Coming up, we have a lot to get to here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking back in with Chris Lopez, who is getting a glimpse into the future.
Really exciting. We'll tell you all about it after this break. Welcome back. This weekend, the RIT Gordon Fieldhouse will play host to the 11th annual Rochester Maker Fair.
Yeah, the event showcases the best of Rochester's DIY creations. There are going to be over 100 makers displaying everything from robotics to puppets, much more. Chris Lopez has been getting a preview this morning. Chris, are you still working on that little electronic button thing? What are we doing?
We're soldering, Abby. We are soldering, and I'm finishing this model right here. But in the last segment, I happened to finish this bad boy right here. Soldered that all together with the help of Paul. Really, to be honest with you, Paul really just did it. He kind of moved my hands to where I needed to solder. But from soldering, we were at music a little bit earlier with Andy. I'm going to head over here to the GNO Engineers Model Train Club. I'm talking to my friend Rick. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning.
Tell me the history of you guys, because you have a rich history.
We've been in the Rochester metropolitan area for the better part of 40 years. We're a loosely connected group of about 25 folks, and we model trains. We have this particular layout today. It's what's called a T-track standard N-scale layout.
Okay.
And in doing that, it's very portable, very modular. You're looking at a 2-foot or a 3-foot or a 1-foot section, and that's what an individual would add to create a layout like this. It all depends on who wants to get involved that weekend, and we can just, because of the standard, we can just hook them together and run trains. And we like running trains, and we enjoy watching and promoting the hobby of trains because it's part of our rich history.
And there's some specific components we were talking about this particular train. Can you expand upon them? Because what I don't want is for someone to be watching this, see that it's a train and say, oh, I can do that. Well, no, you can't. You need a little bit of knowledge to do this, right?
Yes, but it's pretty straightforward and reasonably basic. This section from here to here is what we would call a 2-foot or double, and it's part of the standard. And an individual had made these two sections, actually, married them together, made them the scenery flow, and because of that, he's able to embellish as much as he wants or she wants to make it as sophisticated. And then our yards in the back behind it, and you see that's relatively just track, and that's how we get trains on and off, the track to run around.
For this particular model right here, how long would you say it takes to put this all together and get it functioning?
Well, this pair, from what I understand, took the individual about 3 weeks to 3 weeks. And
it was one person?
One person, about 3 weeks, and he's working on it several hours a day, because it's not just, some things have to dry, some things have to be built. Like each one of these structures are probably built by the individual. All of the details have to be thought out. The rocks have to be put in place, and it's all secured with various types of glue. And it's just a matter of layering. Put the track down, start the scenery, decide where you're going to put your buildings, and then just keep adding as it goes. Moving on to like this corner here.
Okay.
It's a little less involved. But again, these trees they may be manufactured trees, but we also have trees like these that individuals make themselves. And it's just a matter of whatever you see in your mind's eye, you can probably create. The beauty of belonging to our club is you don't have to know everything. You learn about electronics, you learn about woodwork, you learn about teamwork, and you learn about so many different things.
Is there an age restriction at your club at all, or is anyone welcome? Who can join your club?
Anybody can join our club. The bigger thing is that if a child or a youth wants to join, there has to be an adult. We're not babysitters, but we don't mind an individual who, 10, 9. In fact, even a couple years back, we did a thing in cooperation with the Boy Scouts for Monroe County area, and they actually built modules like these. And we walked them through the whole process, and in 2 different sessions, they were actually able to run trains. And then they took them home and scenic them however they want. And it's a reasonably inexpensive way to get involved in the hobby.
Let's say there's a kid that walks up to your station tomorrow. What do you want them to take away from it?
Trains are fun. trains are part of our history, and you can be running trains and having fun just like us.
And if someone wants to find out more about you guys and your club, how to join possibly, do you know where they would go?
We have our literature out. We do have a website that we do have available.
I'm sure you could probably Google the GNO Model Engineers Club, and that's probably going to take you where you need to go. So if anyone's watching that, GNO Engineers with an N.
Yep.
And then you're going to be taken to a place where you can possibly join, or just come check them out tomorrow. I was told be here by about 8:30 at RIT Gordon Fieldhouse. Abby, I'm going to send it back to you in studio.
Steph is here too, so I guess we'll send it back to him. Just kidding. Sorry, Chris. Really cool stuff. You know, like we said before, something for everybody, which you just love to see.
Yeah.
All right, time right now is 8:16. Don't go anywhere. Much more to get to here on ARC Rochester.
We're back right after this.
Welcome back. Time now for this morning's edition of Filling Your Feed. We're going to talk about some of the top stories and what you need to know about them.
Yeah, let's turn to some political news. More cabinet announcements from President-elect Donald Trump, with Inauguration Day only 66 days away.
Yeah, Trump choosing Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as the Secretary of Health and Human Services. If confirmed by the Senate, RFK Jr., a vaccine skeptic, would be in charge of the department that oversees major health agencies, including the CDC, the FDA, and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services.
Trump last night speaking about RFK Jr. during a gala at Mar-a-Lago.
We want you to come up with things and ideas and what you've been talking about for a long time, and I think you're going to do some unbelievable thing. Nobody's going to be able to do it like you, and boy, does he feel it in his heart. So congratulations also to your family.
Now, earlier this month, Kennedy laid out his plans for the FDA.
There are entire departments, like the nutrition departments at FDA, that have to go. That are not doing their job. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients, and you go to Canada and it's got 2 or 3?
Kennedy suspended his campaign back in August and endorsed Donald Trump. Meantime, the president-elect also naming another former presidential candidate to his cabinet on Thursday.
Trump picking North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum to serve as the Secretary of the Interior, which oversees public lands, national parks, and wildlife refuges. He made the announcement at the gala last night.
So I look forward to doing the formal announcement, although this is a pretty big announcement right now. Actually, he's going to head the Department of Interior, and he's going to be fantastic. Good, Doug.
So Trump has announced other roles for his picks, including Georgia Congressman Doug Collins as head of the Department of Veterans Affairs, and his defense attorney Todd Blanche will be Deputy Attorney General.
Now, so far, Trump has named at least 19 members to his administration, including Susie Wiles as Chief of Staff, Senator Marco Rubio as Secretary of State, Pete Hegseth as Defense Secretary, Governor Kristi Noem as Secretary of Homeland Security.
Yeah, also Tulsi Gabbard as the Director of National Intelligence, Representative Elise Stefanik as the UN Ambassador, Mike Huckabee as Ambassador to Israel, Steve Witkoff as Special Envoy to the Middle East.
And Representative Mike Waltz as National Security Advisor, John Ratcliffe as the CIA Director, and Lee Zeldin as the Environmental Protection Agency Administrator, as well as Bill McGinney as White House Counsel.
Yep, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will lead the new Department of Government Efficiency. Tom Homan has been assigned as Border Czar, and Dean John Sauer as Solicitor General.
So once again, as a reminder, there are 66 days until President-elect Trump's inauguration. That'll be on January 20th, 2025.
Time right now is 8:23. Don't forget, this is a story we'll follow. We'll bring you updates as they become available.
Yeah, and stick around. We have much more to get to here on ARC Rochester. We're back after this.
Ignore the cameras. They're just giving a quick mic check. If you could count for us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, and sir?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. I think we're good. All right, so yeah, so it'll be a piece of cake, ignore the cameras. You can look right at us, and we'll be good to go. Okay. You guys have any questions?
No.
Okay.
And just to make sure that we've got your names correctly, Jamelia Edwards?
Yeah, Jamelia, yeah.
Jamelia, okay. And Captain David Falcon?
That's right.
Excellent.
All right.
Yes.
Alexis, do you like the new set?
It's different. I was like, where's the couch? They're not sitting.
10 seconds.
All right. You guys can scooch over a little. I don't bite, I promise.
And we're like this.
Yeah, yep, that's great. Time right now is 8:26. Good Friday morning. Welcome back to ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
And I'm Stephanie Joseph. We have much more to get to here this morning on ARC Rochester, but we want to jump right into this morning's show and turn to our next guest segment.
Yeah, do you and your family have everything you need if there was an emergency? That's the question. No power, no electricity. RG&E this morning is announcing a free training program happening next week to help families with everything they might need.
And this morning, they're giving us a look at the preparedness kit they'll give out at the end. We welcome Jamelia Edwards, representing RG&E, and Captain David Falcon of the Citizens Preparedness Corps, a division of Homeland Security. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So let's get right into it. Tell us about some of the things that you brought us here.
So this program is geared toward getting citizens prepared in the event of a disaster, whether it be weather-related, an active shooter. It's viable information that's important to have a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. And so is this something that people can build themselves? Is this something that if they have it after they come to this session, they don't need to update it?
I think it's something that continues to be updated as times change, as the reason changes, you get more information, personal information. You're going to always update this kit. This is just a starter kit, but it's a conversation piece.
Great. What do you have in here?
So we've got a handful of items, and again, it's not everything you need, but it's a good start, right? So at a minimum, we have a hand crank radio, right, to get the best weather alerts and all the reports that are coming in. We've got a flashlight, some batteries, and we want to make sure, we emphasize, we don't really want everybody putting the batteries inside the flashlight, right, because they'll corrode over time. You want to be able to use them when it's most needed, right? So at the last moment, you grab that flashlight, it'll work. Okay. We've got some safety goggles, in case you got to clear debris, and some gloves and stuff like that. We've got a survival wrap. You might see at the end of a marathon, somebody will be wrapped up in that Mylar, right? So it's something to kind of retain heat in case you don't have anything to keep yourself safe. And everything's going to have a little first aid kit. These are adorable. It's got about 32 different items of first aid in there. But again, it's not everything you need. It's a start. Right.
That's for sure. And I always feel like a lot of people say, oh, this won't happen or that won't happen, and they kind of delay creating a kit like this. So what's your advice to them about, really hunkering down and getting prepared?
Well, we're going to tell you in the training, we want at least 2 kits, right? One for your household in case you have to shelter in place, but we also want one in case you have to go on the road, if you have to evacuate your area, right? So we want to make sure everyone has one per person in the household as well for the go kits. It's going to be different for everyone in the household. I think about my 6-year-old daughter and my 66-year-old father. They've got to be incorporated into the plan, but they're going to need different bags. One may need prescriptions, one may need something to provide a little bit of comfort, a little bit of food on the road, so it's going to be a different thing. So every year in September, which is Emergency Preparedness Month, that's when we recommend to kind of reevaluate everything you have and build it out.
Is there a specific spot where these packs should be kept? I'm thinking somewhere dry, somewhere where it can't be gotten into.
Right, so your shelter-in-place kit, we want to keep somewhere, like you said, dry, safe, accessible. But your go kits, you want to have on the path that you need to go from wherever you're evacuating from to your vehicle, out the door, so maybe close by the exits, maybe in your vehicle, right? But something that is safe and accessible.
For sure. And what would you say is a must-have? I mean, with times changing and everything, all of the needs sort of change as well. So what's one must-have for sure that you've got to have?
So honestly, it goes back to the basics, right? You think about, how long is it going to take for responders to get to you, right? And we've had some instances, particularly in Buffalo with that 7 feet of snow they had a couple of years back, where 911 emergency services were inundated. So we want to make sure that you have 7 to 10 days worth of food and water. I know that seems like a lot, but it's this very basic stuff. And you got to think about what's in your pantry right now, right? Do you have 7 to 10 days worth of food? It may only be a small gap to build up to that 7 to 10 days. And I think that's going to take care of you for the most needs.
And just going off of that too, you know, canned goods and goods that don't need to be heated, that don't need to be cooked because, you know, you may not have power, you may not have any way of preparing those things.
Right, readily accessible and easy to make foods. Also, you should have a manual can opener. Because if the power goes out, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you don't want to have to scrape that can on the ground and squeeze it out, you know, especially for pets too, right? So you got to think about everything that you need. Your family members, like your pets, are going to need those things too. And speaking of canned foods, you always want to make sure you write the expiration dates in black magic marker, okay? Because they will deteriorate over time. You don't want to have to guess whether or not those peaches are still good to eat when their disaster strikes.
Yeah, got yourself in a bad situation there. I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit about this class, where folks can pick up the packs.
So we have many classes, but we're so happy to work with RG&E. We're going to have a couple classes on the 19th, right? And if you go to prepare.ny.gov, you can register for those classes, and there'll be other classes too in case you can't make that one, right? We want to make sure we get this information to everybody. Please try and get to those 2 classes. If you feel like you can't get there in time, you know, we will provide you as many classes as we can. So please go there, and there's a lot of other great information about how to prepare.
And what role does RG&E play in all of this, aside from the partnership? You know, what are you doing to kind of get your boots on the ground and help out here?
So I am the glue. It's my passion and my purpose coming together. I've been doing citizen preparedness training for the last 4 years with my organization, the Mission Hope, and I'm excited to see this come together.
So if something happens, we're going to come to your house, right?
Nope, my house is not the place to visit. I will not be opening the door. We will be buckled down, and I will have my supply of food.
That's fair enough. Fair enough, Julia.
Thank you so much. And we'll have all of this information on our website, foxrochester.com. Stick around. We've got much more to get to here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this. Welcome back. This weekend, the 11th annual Rochester Maker Faire is happening at the RIT Gordon Fieldhouse.
Yeah, the event will be filled with people showing off their DIY spirit, from exciting exhibitions to hands-on activities. There is literally something for all ages. And we go live to our Chris Lopez, who's been getting a preview. Chris, you've been up to a lot this morning. What you got for us?
Yeah, Steph, we were talking music earlier where Andy combined math and music. We were talking about trains where the club was combining the trains and all of the different history that they have. I was soldering a little bit earlier. I made this pin, and now we're going over to origami. I bring in Larry Moss this morning. Thank you for joining us. You have a cool creation that's going to be finished when?
End of day tomorrow, so everybody that comes today during Steam Fest gets to participate. Everybody that comes tomorrow during Maker Faire gets to participate. The goal is really about community building art together. You know, everybody doesn't often get a chance to build something this huge on their own.
And you're no stranger to Channel 13. You've been on before, but can you give those that may not know of Larry Moss at all a little bit of background in origami?
Well, origami, what we do primarily is travel around the world doing massive balloon sculpture installations.
Okay.
The largest ones we've done have been the 5-story sculptures downtown in the Sibley Center, the Sibley building. But, you know, for Maker Faire, it's more about the hands-on interactive piece and us sort of stepping back and guiding others to be part of the creation.
And is that big for you, having everyone else do it as opposed to just you making this?
Absolutely. For me, really, it is all about engaging with your art and me engaging with the audience and people. It's an experiential thing for me. I mean, who wants to? There are so many opportunities to sit and watch. Maker Faire is about participating.
And when someone comes over to the station, how can they participate, Larry?
So there are video instructions that walk everybody through all of the steps involved. You don't have to know anything about inflating balloons. You don't have to know anything about tying balloons. All of the instructions are on screen. It's as simple as a few pumps, sizing your balloons properly. We'll go through a couple of steps. And everybody ends up with a piece like this in a color that my crew here will guide people through, so it ends up in the right color. Map shows them where their piece goes. And you know what? Why don't you go ahead and put this on?
I can participate. Okay.
I mean, that's what this is about.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I'll switch you here. Yeah. And then where am I going with this bad boy?
Okay, so we should really look at the map. A2 is the cell that you're going to be in. So take that, wrap that balloon right around.
I'm scared to wrap this. Is that all right?
Go ahead. Yep, all the way around. There's nothing to worry about.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And if for some reason the balloon does pop, you're over here.
Oh,
if for some reason it does pop, we have more.
Okay.
But you can see how durable the balloons are. They're a lot stronger than most people expect.
Yeah, Larry, should I be scared doing it? I feel like I'm going to ruin your entire creation.
You can't. As long as you follow the steps. See, that balloon looks just like that one. And what I'm going to ask you to do now, you put that balloon into A2. So if you'll come around that side of the table, if you just put your initials on the map.
Am I the first one to sign this?
You are the first one.
Larry, thank you.
So you sign right there.
Initial?
Initial, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you like.
C-A-L.
And the reason for this is that everybody, you sign your artwork. So now everybody is going to have their names on it if they participated. So at the end, we have a whole lot of signatures showing who was involved.
And I want to know, what's the biggest thing you've ever created? Or actually, what's the thing that you're most proudest of?
We've done massive spectacles. We flew a giant balloon sculpture over Sodus Bay once with a pilot. The stuff in the Sibley building, like I said, 5 stories. We did that 3 years in a row. At one point, we were building haunted houses out of balloons. I'm kind of proud of all of them. But back to the point from before, really what means the most to me is the participatory stuff and seeing community, seeing everybody else really enjoy the art.
And you put former Channel 13 feature reporter Hannah Welker in a balloon?
Yeah, we did. I think the question asked was, how did you get into this? So I just wanted to show her. We have these giant 6-foot balloons that I get into on stage, and while we were in the studio, I just grabbed one and we went for it and had a whole lot of fun.
We got to set up a morning show, my friend. We'll get that on the book sometime soon. Larry Moss, come check out this area, the origami area, as well as the other areas. They are setting up right now. Check them out. Tomorrow, show up at about 8:30, get your parking, come in here. I think it ends at about 4 or 4:30, so pretty much an 8-hour day of DIYers here at the Gordon Fieldhouse at RIT.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
Abby, back to you in studio.
You know, people are so creative. It makes me feel like just a loser,
What
honestly.
am I doing?
No, seriously.
I can knit.
Good stuff all morning long, Chris. Thanks so much. Time right now is 8:41. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're getting a closer look at tomorrow's Rochester Amerks game. It's pretty special.
Yeah, that's for sure. Arc Rochester returns right after this.
No.
Okay.
Or they'll do some. Are we on? No.
Nope,
They'll
just
do
a
some
mic check.
bullshit where it's like a draw, like they did with him and Roy Jones in 2020.
Okay. Gotcha.
They have 7 fights, so it starts at 8 and it won't really start till midnight.
Can you just give us a mic check? 1,
Sure,
2, 3,
check,
4.
check. Hello,
Yep,
hello.
we're all
Right,
good.
great.
Excellent. Very, very good.
Does he sound good?
Welcome back. Tomorrow night, the Amerks are hosting their annual Hockey Fights Cancer Night, raising funds to benefit the cancer support community at Gilda's Club.
Yeah, this morning we have Amerks multimedia journalist Andrew Mossbrooks and the CEO of the cancer support community at Gilda's Club, James Love, to tell us all about the event. Gentlemen, good morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, thank you.
Let's get right into it. Tell us about the event tomorrow.
Well, it's our annual Hockey Fights Cancer game, and we've been partnered with CSC, Cancer Support Community at Gilda's Club Rochester, for several seasons now. It's been an excellent partnership where we are benefiting any of those and all of those who have been affected by cancer. It's reflected in our lavender jerseys, that color symbolizing all forms of cancer. It's always a great turnout. We raise a ton of money through our jersey auction, which is actually live right now. We have one of our jerseys already going for over $2,000 on Dash, so this is great, and it's a great benefit for CSC.
Which jersey is that?
Mason Yop's our captain, so Yeah, over 2,000, and the auction goes until 10 p.m. Saturday night.
Oh, I wonder how high it'll get.
Yeah, seriously.
Hopefully high.
Yes. So we're very familiar with
Yes.
this club, but just explain for our viewers the great work that you do.
Yeah, so we're a nonprofit organization here in Rochester. We've been providing program and service to anyone impacted by cancer since 1959. And those programs are either mental health or wellness or social programs or health programs. Our mission is really that anyone here in this community should not be going through cancer alone, and we provide that comfort and support to those individuals.
Yeah, I think so many people probably feel the same way. Tell me how this whole partnership got started. It's been going for a while.
It has been. You know, again, the NHL has really been doing Hockey Fights Cancer for quite some time now.
Yeah, 26 years.
Yeah, and so again, we started doing what was called Pink the Rink many years ago, and it turned into Hockey Fights Cancer. And again, our partnership with the Amerks, we just can't be happier with that. We need partners to really support the work that we do, and again, the partnership with the Rochester Americans is just one of those main partners that we really rely on every year.
Yeah, I'll also add that when you look at the Hockey Fights Cancer initiative, in these 26 years, over $32 million has been raised. That's across hockey, so it's amazing to see how important that initiative is, not only the teams that are hosting it, but to the fans that are participating.
For sure, and you kind of touched on it already, but like, what does it mean to have this sort of community support and outreach? Because so many people in the community probably really value seeing this support on this level.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is the relatability that you quickly realize, especially when you're looking at professional athletes. It's very easy to say, okay, they're pros and we're Joes, but, you know, I mean, one of our players, Brett Murray, who's an alternate captain for the team, you know, his wife dealt with cancer when she was a teenager. And so that relatability is there. It seems like, unfortunately, everybody in some way, shape, or form has been impacted by this. And so for players to come out there, wear these jerseys, which I'll quickly pick up because these are awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best Price is Right modeling of the item. Yeah, these are awesome. And for players to be able to wear these, knowing that, I mean, genuinely, every fan in Blue Cross Arena, probably in some way, shape, or form, is impacted by this.
Yeah.
So it's important for everybody.
It's a very serious topic, but the atmosphere of the Amerks game, nothing but fun. For those who have never been before, first of all, you're missing out.
Yes,
Second of
very
all,
much.
tell us a little bit about some of the great things that you guys have going on down there at the arena.
I mean, I said this, I think, last time when I was on with you, that, you know, every game is different. And I don't even mean like what's going on the ice. Like, there's just so much entertainment, whether you're looking up at the video board or you're walking around the concourse. There's good food to have. If you're a Chick-fil-A guy like me, you're stopping at that snack bar every game. But there's so much going on between, you know, the music, the energy. It helps that the team is very good, and they have been very good for the last few years. So to me, being at Blue Cross Arena for a Rochester Americans game, it's like you can go Wednesday and then go Saturday and have two completely different experiences. And I think that's the amazing thing about what the Amerks do. Is there's just so many layers to the red, white, and blue shield that they wear. And yeah, it's like you said, you're missing out if you haven't been there.
And, you know, I mean, I grew up in Buffalo, Sabres fan all the way. There's something that is just super exciting about the Rochester Amerks because they're so close, first of all, to the Sabres. And second of all, it's a really intimate setting. You're right there. You're right on the ice. It's, you know, there isn't this distance of, you know, oh, wow, okay, they're over there and I'm way up in the nosebleeds. It's like every seat is a good seat in there.
Yeah, and keep in mind, too, that so many of those Buffalo Sabres that you would have seen playing when they got to the NHL were developing in the AHL, and they were developing in Rochester. I mean, later this year, Ryan Miller is going into the Amerks Hall of Fame. He's one of the best, other than Dominic Hasek, probably the best goaltender the Sabres have ever had. He cut his teeth in downtown Rochester.
Yeah. Love Ryan Miller.
There's a lot to look forward to. For anybody who wants to get tickets or even contribute in some way, what should they do?
I would say there's two forms, amerks.com/tickets. Obviously, we want to get you out to the game. And whether you're at the game or you're home, if you go to Dash Auctions, the easiest way to do it is the app. I think I'm like everybody, and we're in our phones all the time. So just download the app. If you look up Rochester Americans, you'll see not only Mason Yap's $2,000+ jersey currently being bid for, but all of our players' jerseys, the Moose jersey will be up there. So there's an opportunity. Like, even if 2,000 is too much, there's a few that are in the triple digits still. You know, we want to get as much money as we can, especially knowing that it's going to benefit cancer support community at Gilda's Club Rochester. But yeah, Dash Auctions and amerks.com/tickets.
Very good. And James, one more time, what's your plug for people to get out there and support Gilda's Club and all the work?
We provide over 1,000 programs a year to over 4,000 individuals. So again, having this partnership with the Amerks, being able to raise those dollars, it helps us really provide those services for free for anyone impacted by cancer.
Excellent. Gentlemen, thank you both for your time today. We appreciate it. Swing by. The Amerks always have something going on, and we'll put all of the ticketing information that you need to know about on our website, foxrochester.com.
Stick around. We have much more to get to this morning here on ARC Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour.
Yep, we're back after this.
Hey, good Friday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. Just in this morning, Rochester police announcing arrests for a double shooting back in 2022. Police say the two teenaged victims were lured to the Webster Avenue Recreation Center to be robbed, and then they were shot. 17-year-old Kashmir Robinson was killed. A 16-year-old was also shot and has since recovered. Police say 19-year-old Jaden Robinson, not related to the victim, was taken into custody in Elmira, where he moved shortly after the shooting. They've also charged 22-year-old Michael Scott with the same crimes. He has been in jail since 2023 for the murder of Demetrius Rucker on Henyon Street. Rochester police tell us shots were fired by a suspect during an overnight foot chase. Officers say they tried to stop a suspicious vehicle overnight around Flower City Park and Maplewood Drive, but the suspects fled the vehicle in opposite directions. One officer chased the suspect toward Gorsline Street and says the suspect fired one round from a handgun. It's still not clear if he fired directly at the officer, who was not hit. Neither suspect was captured. After checking the area, police were not able to find evidence anything had been struck by gunfire. Streets in the area have since reopened. Police say the car they pulled over had been stolen Wednesday night. Rochester police are also looking for suspects in connection to several overnight incidents, all three happening within 90 minutes of each other. The first happening just after 9:30 on the city's northwest side. Police say an occupied home on Sherwood Avenue was hit by gunfire multiple times. Thankfully, though, the 4 people inside, including 2 children, were not hurt. Around 45 minutes later, officers say a stabbing victim walked into Strong Hospital. Investigators believe the man, who is in his 30s, was stabbed on Burlington Avenue. He is being treated for what police call non-life-threatening injuries. Then, just before 11 o'clock, police say a man in his 30s was shot in the area of 104 and Carter Street. He was taken to the hospital for what police consider serious but non-life-threatening injuries. No suspects are in custody in connection to any of these incidents. Anyone with information should call 911. A Greece man is fighting for his life after a motorcycle crash in Rochester Thursday afternoon. RPD tells us an officer witnessed the crash just before 5 o'clock at the intersection of Lyle Avenue and Glide Street. Police say the 35-year-old was passing cars in the bike lane at a high speed when he hit a car making a turn. He was rushed to the hospital for what police call life-threatening injuries. No charges have been filed at this time. New York State Police's Hate Crime Task Force is helping the University of Rochester investigate the hundreds of anti-Semitic posters put up around campus targeting university members. Governor Kathy Hochul calling the act a, quote, disturbing, dangerous act of anti-Semitism. The posters appeared on Sunday, and Campus Safety says they have identified several persons of interest in the case. And happening today, arraignment for a home health care nurse accused of abusing a 6-year-old with special needs. Nicole Guilds of Webster was initially arrested in December and indicted by a grand jury last month. Authorities say she was caught on surveillance, physically and verbally abusing the child, who requires 24-hour care. Now, for all of these top stories and any developments, be sure to visit our website, 13wham.com. Stick around. Ark Rochester is back right after this.
9 o'clock on this Friday morning. It is November 15th. Thanks for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Ferdman.
And I'm Stephanie Joseph. We have much more to get to this morning here on ARC Rochester, including this morning's edition of the Weekend Buzz. I'm looking forward to that one. We will be joined by our friends Scott and Sandy to see what their listeners are buzzing about this week.
Yep, and then coming up later, we'll be going over our results for our poll of the day. This morning, we asked you, how much snowfall does it take to get you in the holiday spirit? Your options are just a dusting, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, none for you, or I have no preference.
You can continue to weigh in on our X account, or you can scan that QR code right there on your screen to get there right now. Submit your answers, and of course, don't forget to comment below. We will have results from the poll as well as your responses and opinions coming up at the end of this hour.
Before all of that, we're going to jump right into this morning's show and talk about what's trending right now.
All right. Let's start things out with an experience of a lifetime. Airbnb is giving a few lucky winners the chance to watch a gladiator fight in the actual Coliseum.
Yeah, check this out. The contest comes in honor of Ridley Scott's Gladiator sequel coming out this month. Paramount Pictures, whoa, and Airbnb teaming up for an epic stay of a lifetime.
Only 32 lucky people will win. They will sit ringside and watch two men in gladiator armor fight.
Guests will get a tour through the underground chambers and also see close-up artifacts. They can also learn some moves and even put their gladiator skills to the test.
Contest entry starts November 27th, right around the corner. The actual experience will be May 7th.
The experience is free, but participants are responsible for getting themselves to Rome and also responsible for paying costs associated with the trip. I'm wondering,
I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, yeah, that too. But I'm wondering, like, what kind of rules there are going to be. Like, gladiator rules? Like, it's not, it can't be. It's got to be, like, there have to be referees.
Maybe
or
they
something.
have to see the movie.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
Well, this is the first time in nearly 2,000 years that the Coliseum will become a venue for performances inside the arena.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I would, I know that it says don't pay. I would pay good money to do that. That's pretty cool. All right, we'll move on now. The candle brand Homesick is teaming up with KFC to deliver some pretty unique scents.
Oh yeah, the company has developed a new line of candles that smell like some of its most popular menu items.
Okay, KFC fans have two scents to choose from. You've got a buttery biscuit or a bucket of chicken.
Both are said to have an average burn time of 60 to 80 hours. Isn't that great?
The bucket of chicken candle is described as, quote, a blend of herbs and spices that excite the senses in a familiar way.
Feature notes of chicken, browned flour, peppercorn, celery, oregano, sage, and garlic.
I have so many questions. Okay, this is disgusting. The buttery biscuit will, quote unquote, activate drool with notes of golden honey, baked flour, caramel, margarine, salt, buttermilk, and toasted vanilla.
I'd get that one for sure.
I would get the biscuit.
Yeah.
I would have issues with the chicken candle. I really would.
Because I'd be hungry all the time.
I would be hungry all the time. And can you imagine explaining that to people when you come over? Like,
are you baking or are you cooking something?
Like, oh, it smells great in here. Oh, it's my KFC candle. I don't know, kind of weird. And on top of it, these candles, they're not cheap. $34.95 per candle.
Oh yeah. Homesick is also selling a KFC bucket of chicken car freshener. They are on sale now and expected to sell out quickly.
If you at home happen to get one, come by the station, 4225 West Henrietta Road. I would love to just have a sniff. I would just love to know what it smells like. I don't want to buy one. I don't want it for my house. But if you do get one, please stop by so that we can at least experience it. How much were the car fresheners? Did it say?
No.
I would like to know how much that is. Good stocking stuffer.
Consider
maybe.
that.
Oh, $20. $20 for an air freshener?
Oh no.
Holy cow.
Not just one, not a pack?
No.
Of two?
Woof. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yikes.
All right. Speaking of bizarre collabs, Grillo's Pickles is putting a fresh spin on their product, releasing a cucumber dill toothpaste.
Okay. We just talked about this yesterday. It was National Pickle Day yesterday, so we tried a bunch of pickle products here on ARC Rochester, and we all smelled awful after. I'm just gonna say, like the breath situation here in the studio, it was not great. It was a journey for sure. So the company teamed up with Boca Toothpaste to launch this refreshing paste.
It's advertised as bringing pickle fans a briny, sweet, and tangy taste that will satisfy your cravings.
So do you eat it or do you brush your teeth? Okay, well, Grillo's VP says, hey, don't knock it till you try it. And he says it's actually good.
Maybe if it was sweet pickle, I might try it. I don't know if it's dill.
What is it? It's
cucumber dill? Not dill.
But, okay. Well, he said, hey, no one asked for this, but he wanted to do it. So I guess when you're VP of a company, that's what you get to do.
Exactly. The flavor is limited edition, so get it while you can on the website.
Do you eat it? Do you actually brush your teeth with it? Does it have fluoride in it?
Oh.
Do 9 out of 10 dentists recommend it? Like, I have questions before I put this thing on my teeth. The brand has no fluoride, producer Ashley's telling me. So you're just essentially rubbing stuff on your teeth so that it tastes like a pickle. I think maybe you should just bite the bullet and eat the pickle. That could, like, problem solved. I don't know. That's just
sauce.
I'm a little funny about my teeth. I have a lot of toothpaste in my desk drawer because I don't like when I
only use one specific brand.
What do you? Well, not sponsored, but what do you use?
Sensodyne.
Really?
Yes, for gum and teeth whitening specifically.
Well, you do have pearly whites. Look at those. Give us a little flash. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. All right, our last story of the morning. Uber Eats has revealed some of their customers' weirdest food cravings, and they're asking the question, would you try it?
Okay, this is the 6th annual Uber Eats Cravings Report. Takes a look at the most unusual and wacky deliveries. So here are some of the results.
Okay, we've got scallops and boiled eggs. Would you try it?
Scallop potatoes?
No, scallops.
Oh, no.
Like the little guys that hang out in the ocean. Okay, fajitas and French onion soup. Yeah,
yes, that would be great.
Listen, I love French onion soup more than most people. Fried fish sticks with green tea.
On the side.
Are you dunking them in the green tea?
Oh, no.
Or are you're just eating it? Is it hot or is it cold? Okay, so these are the only things that they're ordering, so it's a combo.
So on the side, I don't think that's terrible. If
That's
it's like a very sweet green tea.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the next one is pepperoni pizza and anchovies.
Okay.
So that's not weird.
They go together, I suppose.
Yeah.
Orange creamsicle and tahini seasoning.
Interesting. I would actually try that. A lot of people have been trying it with mango, for example, So that could be a good combination.
Yeah, I see it. The company also revealed the most popular requests of the year. The top 10 were no onions, no tomato, extra sauce, spicy, well done, no cheese, fries, no vegetables, no ice, and no mushrooms.
What's your top substitution, I guess?
For what?
Let's say a salad.
A salad?
Yes.
What do you mean?
When I recently ordered from Panera, I took the onions out and I do light feta.
Okay.
No tomatoes either.
Okay. I avoid raw onion because I don't like my hands to smell. And I'll usually do light dressing on a salad. That's usually, I sound crazy. I don't like it when it's really soggy.
Yes, and it gets all wilted.
Yeah.
I want the crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought, but that's okay. All right, so Uber Eats also does groceries. So when it comes to that, bananas are the top item ordered every week on the app.
I thought more people would shy away from that because bananas, they can just brown so fast. I'm a banana person.
You are?
Yes.
It's my least favorite fruit. I would rather eat anything than a banana.
Well, I do like a bit of tang with my fruit, and bananas are just sweet through and through.
Yeah.
So I might go for an apple more so than bananas.
Yeah, apple every day of the week.
Yeah,
for sure. Banana,
keeps the doctor away, right?
That's what they say. Yeah, bananas last resort. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Hey, that was fun. We have many more fun things to get to here on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we're talking all about the Bills.
Woohoo! We've got more right after this. welcome back. This morning we are getting ready for the matchup that we have all been waiting for.
Yeah, this Sunday the Bills are back in Orchard Park taking on the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. And to help us get ready for it, we're joined now by the one and only Dan Fetes with a preview of this weekend's game. Dan, how long have we been waiting for this?
I feel like towards the end of last season when the Chiefs once again ended the Bills season for the third time in 4 years. This has been marked on the calendar. It's another opportunity it's another chapter in this storied rivalry. The Bills and Chiefs have played this will be their 8th meeting since 2020. For comparison, they have played the New England Patriots, a team in their division, 9 times. That is how often these two teams meet, especially for not being division opponents. This is crazy, and it's the matchup that everybody is going to see and everybody wants to see.
Now, I know that everybody has their weaknesses, but for the Chiefs specifically, I mean, they're undefeated, hard to spot one, but what would you say is something that they have to really pay attention to as they take on the Bills?
It's crazy. The Chiefs are undefeated. They're the 2-time defending Super Bowl champs, and they haven't looked great. They're underdogs in this game. They're 2.5 point underdogs. They have just found ways to win. It's funny. If you were to say what's the weakest part of this Chiefs team, it might be Patrick Mahomes, that best quarterback in the world. Yeah, he's not playing that great. The Chiefs have been the team that have just found ways to win. It hasn't been pretty, but you can't really criticize a team that's 9-0 and that have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. They have dealt with injuries on offense, but their offense hasn't been as dynamic as some may automatically think the Chiefs are. Their defense is exceptional, playing at a very high level, a lot of talent on that side. It's the offense that through 10 weeks of this season has looked average, which still, Patrick Mahomes being average is still one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
All right, so Chiefs defense, really strong. We know we have a lot of injuries on the Bills offense. Thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that was just kind of like
it was an open-ended question. I thought there was more to that.
No.
Yeah, we're still trying to wait. We know that Keon Coleman will not play in this game. We're waiting to hear about the status of Spencer Brown as well as Dalton Kincaid and Amari Cooper. So Amari Cooper was the big move they picked up right before the trade deadline. They wanted that number 1 wide receiver. He instantly came into the game. His first game caught a touchdown against the Titans, and everybody's like, this is perfect. The offense is fixed. Now he's had an ankle injury or a wrist injury, and he's missed the last 2 games. Spencer Brown also injured his ankle in the Colts win, as you're seeing right here. Tried to come back in the game, but said he's hopeful to be able to play against the Chiefs. They're waiting to see about Dalton Kincaid, who, again, you're talking about Josh Allen not having all of his weapons. He injured his knee in that Colts game. They're hoping he's able to play, but they're kind of taking it one day at a time. That's one of McDermott's favorite lines when we ask about, hey, are these guys going to be able to play? They're hopeful, but they're not exactly sure. The defense is getting healthier. Matt Milano has returned to practice. He won't play this week, but it's still a good sign. The philosophy of this offense has been everybody eats, and you were just seeing the video there of a guy like Mac Hollins has stepped up. Other players have stepped up around them. The Bills have scored offensively. For all their injuries, Abby, they've still scored 30-plus points in 4 straight games. So I've kind of joked around on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel the fact of the Bills have been Chiefsy. Like, it hasn't always been great. Josh Allen's numbers aren't spectacular, but they have found ways to win. And for all the talk about the Chiefs being 9-0, rightfully so, not trying to take anything away from them, 8-2 for the Bills with all their injuries they have had has still been impressive. Now, the big test will be for the Bills is that this will be their best opponent, obviously. They went up against Baltimore, got blown out in that Sunday night game. They also lost to the Houston Texans. So this will be another step up in their weight class to face a top-tier opponent, and you're just wondering what the offense is going to look like if some of those guys are out.
Okay, so my next question, you have to pull back in the memory a little bit. I'm thinking about the last matchup, and besides the weather conditions, what is something that sort of went wrong in that game that they should make sure doesn't happen in this one?
Yeah, well, we'll start with injuries because Terrell Bernard didn't play in that playoff game. He had injured his ankle and was hopeful to play. And Mike and Jen and I, the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel, have said time and time again, the Bills win that game in the playoffs last year if Terrell Bernard plays. He did not. They were very banged up defensively. They didn't have Christian Benford. They didn't have Terrell Bernard. They didn't have Matt Milano. So all of those things were factors into why they had a 3-point loss. Tyler Bass also missed a kick at the end of the game. I don't mean to bring that up. But Bass has been playing well ever since he hits the 61-yarder against the Dolphins. So he made 6 field goals against the Colts. When you look at it, it's so easy to say, Bills can't beat the Chiefs. Sean McDermott's record against Andy Reid and the Chiefs since he came to Buffalo is 4-4. It's a little bit skewed because the biggest games, the ones in the playoffs that have ended their season, they're 0-3. But Josh Allen has won his last 3 regular season games against the Chiefs, all 3 of those coming at Arrowhead. So it is kind of skewed, I think. The narrative nationally is that the Bills just can't get over the hump. They just can't beat the Chiefs. That's not necessarily true. They have been able to beat the Chiefs. They just haven't done it in the biggest games. So you look back at that game, it's the Tyler Bass missed field goal right at the buzzer. That was the difference. But they have been able to, at times, keep Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and all of those weapons in check. So when I look at this game, guys, it does come down to no matter what happens, the narrative isn't going to change all that much. We asked some of the players this week about, is this a measuring stick game for you going up against the Chiefs? They play each other so often, they're already thinking we'll probably play them in the postseason, and that'll be really the only game that will change the narrative and the only game that will really matter. Spencer Brown said, this is the intro. We will wait to see what the outro of this season is because they are figuring they'll play each other again in the playoffs. Where that playoff game will be, that's still to be decided.
Very good question, or very good, question to ask yourself. Dan, you guys were out in Orchard Park last night for the Buffalo Plus podcast. A very cool event. I want to hear about it, but also I want to know your thoughts about the atmosphere in Orchard Park come Sunday, just based on what you guys saw last night.
Yeah, it was cool. We were at Wayland Brewing Company. It was like our live podcast. We had, about 50 fans and subscribers there. So that was really cool to get to interact with some of the people that, really love the channel with over 34,000 subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe. We always joke around with. It's also, I think there's the anticipation that they've kind of had their eyes on this. I think Bills fans have traveled extremely well to Seattle, then to Indianapolis. We know all of that. I think it's also special when this game is at 4 o'clock. This is the national game that if you can't get there, everybody around the country is going to see this game. It is Patrick Mahomes. It is Josh Allen. It is all of those things. There's a guy dressed up in a full Buffalo costume that came to a bar. Shout out to that guy. All of those things factor into, I think this is it'll get dark. It'll have that playoff atmosphere feel for a Week 11 game. That's what's going to feel special about this, and it's always getting another opportunity. It seems like every year the Bills go to Kansas City to play a game, whether it's the regular season or the postseason. It is different having that advantage at Orchard Park.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, the game last year that ended the season, it was tough to watch as a Bills fan, but ultimately not a horrible game. It was pretty close.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that there is this narrative, like going back to 2020, when it was the COVID year and there weren't a lot of fans to be in the stadium. That was when the Bills had last hosted the Chiefs before the playoff game. So this was a game where that 2020 game, Patrick Mahomes, up and coming, he was on his way to being the greatest quarterback arguably of all time, and he ran all over the Bills. It was a weird game. And then they've gotten him so far in the regular season. It's just a matter of getting over that hump in the postseason. So I know people want to, I know it's hard to tell fans to take a breath no matter what happens. Outside of a blowout on Sunday evening, I don't think we're going to see that. I don't think the narrative is going to change all that much. And so worst case scenario for the Bills, you're going to go into your bye week at 8-3. I have the Bills winning this game 20-17. So I think the Bills will win this game. Best case scenario, you're 9-2 heading to your bye. Worst case scenario, 8-3. You have the division. You're going to probably host a home playoff game by winning the AFC East. Let's just take a breath. No matter what happens on Sunday, and I know that is so hard to ask fans to do, but just know no matter what happens, the season has been successful. The Bills will get healthier. Matt Milano will be back at some point. Keon Coleman. Just take a breath. No matter what happens at 8 o'clock on Sunday, just just take a breath.
You should definitely post that on Twitter. I bet the Bills fans will love it if you tell them that.
Yeah.
I bet it's going to be nothing but great comments on that post.
Yeah, if there's one thing I know about fans, it's they're totally rational. They don't have any knee-jerk reactions. Everybody will be calm, right, Abby?
It's super, super calm and super kind and considerate, too, to
Absolutely.
the messengers. Yes. Dan Fetes, we appreciate it. Do you want to plug the podcast? We always say like, comment, subscribe, but very special edition.
Yeah, Buffalo Plus Podcast. It's the live one, so if you weren't able to get there, it's up on the YouTube channel. It's also wherever you listen to your podcast. 34,000 strong subscribers. We're going to the moon. We're trying to get 100,000. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate it, as always. And we will have complete post-game reaction. Mike, Jen, and I will all be in Orchard Park. That will be out Monday morning on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel.
Good stuff.
All right. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. We appreciate your time. Go Bills. Time right now is 9:23.
Stick around. We've got much more to get to here this morning on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this. (9:26). Welcome back. We're going to take a look at what is filling your feed this morning. We've just gotten a news statement from RG&E regarding the house explosion on Stone Road in Greece earlier this week.
Yeah, it was Monday morning when that house exploded. You're taking a look there. A family of 3 were all taken to the hospital. Multiple agencies have been looking into the cause since then. And while the cause has not been determined yet, we now have a new statement from RG&E about it.
Yeah, they say, quote, RG&E thoroughly tested the gas line to the home. These tests demonstrate our gas lines did not cause or contribute to this event. We are confident it was an isolated incident and poses no threat to the community. RG&E continues to assist and support the fire investigator. We also want to make you aware of a situation right now on I-90, a crash westbound near exit 48. Let's see if we can pull up a live picture that was there.
I believe it has since cleared up.
Okay, yep, that must have just happened within the last couple of moments or so, but there was a little bit of congestion over in that area, again, near exit 48. If you're headed off in that area, be mindful of that.
That is for sure. And we'll obviously follow these stories for you throughout the morning. Be sure to tune in later, 13 a.m. News at midday, to have the latest on them.
Yep, time right now is 9:27. Much more to get to here on ARC Rochester. We're back after this.
It's well, they have a habit of flipping upside down.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I hear you. He just took today.
Yeah,
that's good.
today. Yep, if you could give a mic check. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Good.
Good Friday morning. Welcome back to ARC Rochester. I'm Stephanie Joseph.
I'm Abby Ferdman. Time for the best part of Friday. We have the weekend buzz. Scott and Sandy are with us this morning.
Yay.
I just have to say, I love having you guys in studio.
Yeah.
It really makes all the difference. There's no weird delay. There's no lag.
I know.
It's good.
We love it. We
Yeah.
love it. So thank you for inviting us every week.
Oh my
And
God.
Plus, you get to see us from here down too. I mean, you get to see the whole.
You guys have legs, which is amazing.
sometimes when we leave, we're like, are they going to invite us back after what happened? But
And sometimes you leave and we're like, gosh, I hope they come back.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So Thanksgiving is less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
And now what are we gonna do? Do you got people coming over? You got family, friends, what?
We're headed to Nashville to see my folks. They live down there now.
Perfect.
Yeah, they moved this past year.
My brother calls me. He lives in Watertown, Johnny. He's also on the radio up there.
Oh, sweet.
He calls
this is
me
a
up.
jerk or justified, by the way.
Oh.
We're going to see
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're going to overturn the verdict.
You have to hear
Okay.
the story.
Yeah.
You have to hear the story. So he calls me. So I'm the cook. I love to cook. That's my thing. I love to host Thanksgiving. That's my love language, right? Talk about the food. So he's like, hey, brother, what's going on for Thanksgiving? I'm like, absolutely. Bring yourself. Sean and Allie, his 2 kids, and Allie's husband. Go ahead, bring them all down. He's like, cool, man. Can I bring Pete? And I'm going to bring Gaston, too.
Huh?
2 other friends. And I'm like, okay. It kind of caught me by surprise, and I hung up. Sandy's like, that's a great jerk and justified.
Oh my God.
Okay, to invite people to Thanksgiving dinner when you were not the host, not to ask the host first. He pretty much already invited these 2 other people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said what's the deal is. And he's also going to bring his 3 Labradoodles, which are like giants.
And that's a whole other case.
I know, that's fine. I'm just
It's a
expecting
whole other
that.
case. There's
Yeah.
a lot of jerk or justified
Yeah,
right
within
there.
it.
Okay,
Oh,
so what
man.
are you voting?
You know, I feel like so often with these jerk or justified segments, it's just like poor communication. Like,
Seems like
if
it,
your
yeah.
brother had called and said, hey, we have people that we were thinking of having over for Thanksgiving, you know, but if we want to get together as a family, would it be okay if we brought them?
Right.
I feel like that would be a different story, but to just say, oh, hey, I'm bringing them.
Well, you got the dynamic of.
Wait, she's about to say the word that I want her to say.
Oh, yeah, she
I
wants
don't
to
know.
twist the answer. Go ahead.
I'm try to be understanding.
Well, you've got the dynamic. He's my brother. We can say anything to we can impose on each other.
My sister would have a cow.
Are you close with these people? Do you know them? Like, are you buddies?
I do.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. See,
Yeah.
No, don't water it down.
It's
I would say if it wasn't for Scott being the older sibling, that is totally an older sibling thing to do, right? To like kind of say, oh yeah, I want you to know the seniority here. I call the shots. I'm the older sibling. But in this case.
So for my brother to just on the surface here to invite 2 extra people to Thanksgiving.
Okay, you got to make the call. You got to either say jerk or justify.
I'm gonna go with jerk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel really bad.
Did you hear that, Johnny?
Don't feel bad.
No, don't tell Johnny, because I don't want these people to feel bad.
He won't feel bad. Yeah.
I have to say jerk too, just because I know like what goes into cooking and making sure that you have enough for everybody. Plus leftovers. Some people want to take things home.
Yeah.
And
I gotta say.
Again, it's like I always kind of like want to just open the doors to the whole neighborhood because I just
but you just got to ask first. You got to give you a heads up. Now, I just got to say that whenever I lose miserably on the air, when I can't get people to agree with me on the air, I bring it here.
She brings it here.
And you always come through for me.
As we should.
Victory.
Oh my
Trial has been overturned.
One of the points was, hey, it's the holidays. Everybody's welcome. You're feeding people. And the other 2 people that are coming really don't have anything else to do or go for Thanksgiving. That's the dynamic. But
okay, well, I know you lost. It's true.
But here's the thing. Like, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
Like, your brother needs to communicate a little bit better. Sorry.
Heads up.
Listen, he's going to pay for it. I'm going to call him up tomorrow and be like, you're bringing all the alcohol.
You know what?
Okay.
That's great. That's justified.
Yes.
I would
Okay.
Yeah. Put your requests in. Top shelf.
So now this is what we're going to do. We're going to play a little game called This or That.
Okay.
Now, this would be good because it's you guys versus us.
Okay.
Okay. So now you're filling in for Dan because usually Dan's here. So, but I feel like you're gonna know Abby more.
They've been a
than
team
Dan.
for a while now.
But,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to volley up a question, and you have to figure out how Stephanie would answer, and you would have to figure out how Abby would answer. Okay. And we will do the same.
Okay.
This or that. Thanksgiving dinner. Dress up or rock the stretchy pants?
Oh. So I'm guessing what Steph is going to say?
Yeah.
I'm going to go stretchy pants.
I was going to say that for you too.
Oh.
I usually dress up. No, I'm sorry. I have some cute fall outfits. You know, I don't get to wear them to work. What about you?
If it's with my family, there's no makeup. And maybe I'll do a nice casual.
Okay.
Usually not like pajamas.
Okay, so
but
you didn't get the
probably
point.
some like.
I think Scott would. I mean, this is what you wear all the time. You don't even own stretchy pants, I don't think.
Really?
Or makeup.
All right. Okay, well, how do you think? So I would say dressed up.
Okay, and I would say for you, you're definitely stretchy pants.
No, I dress up too.
Okay, but you're hearing me out on this because it's
pictures. It's for the pictures.
It's for the pictures.
As much as I want to wear sweats, I can't.
Yeah.
We always
pictures will last forever.
We always forget to do pictures.
No.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and it's usually
We take a
then when
picture
we
of
get
the
together
food.
for Christmas, it's like, oh, we got to get a picture. We forgot to do it for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Rip the wrapping paper like a tornado or carefully peel it off?
Steph is going carefully peeling for sure.
I would say that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You rip it.
I don't. I'm sorry.
You don't rip
Oh my God!
I usually meet people who are like, what are you doing?
No, I have really strict parents growing up.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
still strict, but like, you know, you gotta be respectful with the gift.
Right?
Oh.
I know you already. I know her. You not only do you open it very carefully, you also save it for next time.
The wrapping paper?
Yes.
I do. I do.
Well,
And you tear it open.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an animal got to it or something.
You save
Yeah.
tissue paper? You say, maybe
Yep.
the wrapping paper.
You recycle Ziplocs.
Oh, I do.
Not to reuse,
Gift
not
bags.
recycle, but reuse.
Yeah. If you only put bread in a Ziploc, you can reuse that.
Are you keeping it in the cabinet or the freezer?
Whatever. Right? Okay, anyhow.
Okay,
Ready?
next.
Holiday lights, simple and classy white or over-the-top colorful?
Oh, no.
Oh man, I feel like you might like the colorful lights. No?
I would say probably the classy.
The classy
yeah.
one? Okay.
Wait, for her?
All right.
I would say I'm gonna get this one wrong. Well, because I know that you like Halloween, so I feel like you'd like some quirky, colorful lights. No.
Oh God.
Are you just straight white lights?
Well, I like the twinkly ones.
Okay.
You know, not the flashing, but like I go for like a very dark Yule kind of Christmassy. Like I don't do the bright red and green. I do like the dark red and the dark green.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So usually the white
Muted.
lights.
Okay.
How about you guys?
You go first.
You don't get a point on that one.
I'm sorry.
I'm just Oprah.
Colorful. You want Christmas to throw up on your house.
Right. You are right. And you, my wife makes us go all one straight, bright white color.
Yeah.
I'd prefer the colored. Let me think here. Sandy, you go colors. You also go multiple colors.
No, I go all white.
I knew that.
You guys, this has been fun.
We're on the same
Getting us in the festive spirit. We have Thanksgiving. We have all the holidays to look forward to. Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. Time right now is 9:38. Much more to come here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this. (9:40) happening in your community tonight and tomorrow. The RPO goes New Wave.
Yeah, they have a concert full of new wave hits from the 70s and the 80s. We had a chance to talk to Principal Pops conductor Jeff Tyzik about how they put this show together. Have a listen to our conversation from earlier in the morning on Good Day Rochester. Always good to see you, my friend. And I gotta tell you, I just love 70s and 80s music, so I'm sure that this show is gonna be insanely fun.
Oh, it's great music. Thanks for having me this morning. Yeah, New Wave was something I kind of missed. And my daughter, who also works with me, is my manager, is considerably younger than me, brought this concept to me. And I said, wow, this sounds really cool. And then I went back and I said, oh, yeah, I do remember these pieces, although I didn't really live with them. But New Wave is very interesting. It's a combination of punk, pop, art rock, funk, reggae, synth pop. And it was kind of, an antithesis to the punk movement that was going on. But you have beautiful music, the Eurythmics, Tears for Fears, Blondie. Most of this music we've never played before in the hall, and it's going to be really fabulous. And it's really cool. It's really beautiful, but it's quirky. I kind of like that little edge to it.
like when you guys are putting all of the music together? Is everybody kind of like, oh, I remember this music, I remember dancing to this, whatever, in high school? It kind of, I would imagine, brings everybody together in a way.
Oh yeah, well, I'm looking around the orchestra, and believe me, I'm not the youngest person in the orchestra, and I'm seeing, the string players bobbing their heads to like, oh yeah, I mean, they know that music. It's their music. They grew up with it. So it's really interesting, and it's shown up in a lot of series like A Handmaid's Tale, stuff like that. You see when they're using the music of the day. This is kind of some of the music that you're hearing, and it's really great music. There's some really beautiful moments in the concert, as well as some kind of fun, crazy stuff. So it's really an interesting concert. I think one of the most interesting that we've done in terms of pop music.
I'm such a novice when it comes to this, but I'm wondering, when it comes to rehearsal, do you pick the show, rehearse for that show, get done with the show, and move on to the next show? Or are you always kind of working, looking ahead to the next couple months?
Yeah, we're always creating new ideas. As I said, I work with my daughter Jamie very much in producing these concerts, and we're coming up with new concepts all the time. So these take 2 to 3 months to write all the music, get all the licensing and the permissions and everything, and create the music. And then, we're premiering this here in Rochester, and then this will go on without me to other orchestras around the country. And I'm at work on already next season. We're already talking about what are the new concerts we're going to do next season. And I think we're unique in Rochester in a sense that most conductors and pops conductors don't write music or arrange music. They just play music that other people have written. So I'm able to, as a writer and arranger, create shows that have never been done before in the orchestra world ever. And we premiere those in Rochester. Last month we had Disco Divas. This month we have the New Wave concert. Next season we're premiering some new concerts as well. So it kind of keeps things very interesting here in Rochester, which is very unique in any city. So am I still working? I'm constantly working.
Where do you get your inspiration from? Listening to the radio, hanging out around town?
For instance, when we developed a song list for this, I listened to every piece of music, and I said, some of them I remembered and some of them I had never heard before. But I got captivated by the music itself, the elements of the music, the lyrics, just the whole vibe of what it was. And then I start to work with that and figure out, okay, how can I not ruin the original concept, but somehow bring it to the orchestra stage and enhance it in a beautiful symphonic way. So these are very unique things that we do, and to me it becomes a challenge, and it's exciting and it's fun and it's very interesting to try to take something and mold it a slightly different way. It's very kind of intense, but it's really a wonderful experience for me to attempt to do this.
Jeff Tyzik, always good to see you. The show is tonight and tomorrow, 8 p.m. at Kodak Hall. We have like 15 seconds left. For those who are stopping by or who want to stop by, what is your favorite part of the show that you want people to pay attention to?
Our vocalists are just off the map good. They're just incredible sounds and singers, and I think that coupled with the orchestra, it's just going to be a great evening.
I believe it. All right, Jeff Tyzik with the RPO, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Welcome back. You can see we're joined by Chris Lopez because we need to talk about that big fight happening tonight.
A heated topic in the newsroom. In just a couple hours, Mike Tyson will be squaring off against Jake Paul, and Chris Lopez is our resident boxing guy. Chris, you're very knowledgeable in this department. Maybe Steph and I, not so much, but there is one thing I know. And it's Mike Tyson is a monster.
He came in. He weighed in more than Jake Paul by a pound, 228.
Does that matter?
And the heavyweight division, probably not, because of the scale that you're going up. Everyone's heavy at that point, as opposed to the little guys where 2 pounds equals so much more percentage of their body weight, but we won't get into that.
Look at it.
But
that's crazy.
yeah. Okay, I do want to get this off my chest. Jake Paul had to have had the worst night of any person on the planet. You cannot get slapped by another man in their Maury Silvers, I'll call him that, and live to talk about it. That was, I went on Twitter this morning at I checked it at 2:30, 12 million views on one Twitter posting.
Can we pull up the video again? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so you're gonna see it here in just a second.
Oh
man.
I feel like you're not allowed. That usually doesn't happen, right? They get pretty close in each other's faces.
I've seen it. I mean, if you're a boxing degenerate like me, you see it a lot. But if you casual fans like you guys, yeah, it's not at this stage.
I mean, he had to have known what he was doing as soon as he got up there. That was not like a spur of the moment thing. Probably from day one, he was like, as soon as I get up there,
if we're gonna put our tinfoil hats on, staged or no?
No.
No?
I don't think. No.
No?
I really don't. I don't. And you know what?
I smirks.
I want to correct the record here. It was not his spleen that ruptured. He had an ulcer.
Oh, yeah, the ulcer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, just to correct the record. Yeah.
Anyone could get that.
So, yeah, age has no factor in that. So that's what I'm going to say. You're confident that Jake Paul is going to win?
Yes, at 100%.
$150 worth.
Yeah, $150 worth and a possible Mike Tyson tattoo on your face.
Yes. So, well, temporary tattoo.
That's true, temporary.
Chris and I were talking about is maybe the punishment. So we've had this bet since June, right?
Yeah, June. The first fight was supposed to be July 15th.
Yeah, maybe even earlier. As soon as we found out about it, we were laughing about it. We put money on it a little bit. And yesterday we were talking, we're like, there should be a bigger punishment for whoever loses. And I thought maybe it would be really funny for one of us to have to get a temporary Mike Tyson tattoo on the face on air. I think that would be embarrassing. Chris doesn't want to cut his hair. I said I'm
not shaving the lettuce off. I've done it 2 times before in my life. Never again. I look ridiculous.
You're gonna look ridiculous when
I know.
When you lose.
That's true. That's true.
There you go.
But it won't be me. It'll be you and Dan.
Yeah.
Dan's not here to stand up for himself.
He's not. So
he's probably somewhere.
So we've just put Dan in on this. He's getting the Tyson tattoo.
Let's see
Let's give him a call.
We can.
I have a feeling Dan watches the Arc on his off time.
He watches at the gym. I know that. Let's see, Dan Schrack. He's one of my emergency contacts.
As he should be.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on and say he's not going to.
I hope I have service.
Make sure you warn him to not cuss.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll get our MA rating back.
No, we don't want that. No. All right, let's see if he answers. He's probably going to be really annoyed.
Way to go, Dan.
What do you want?
Way to go, Dan.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Okay, you're on the air, so please don't swear.
Okay.
Okay, so we're trying to finalize the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul situation. We were saying that maybe the loser of the bet has to get a temporary Mike Tyson face tattoo. You know, the thing around the eye?
Yep.
Are you down?
I'm game.
Okay.
I'm 100% game.
Yes. I love it. Can we get a close-up of his face on the monitor, Ashley? Is there any chance you could pull that up? Because it's quite the work of art. Temporary tattoo. Definitely.
Wait, do you have a picture of me that you're putting the tattoo on right now?
No, I just
a photo of Mike Tyson.
How great would that be? No, I just meant of Mike Tyson. It's not all about you, Dan. My goodness, you're not even
when he's not on.
Well, I mean, you did, Abigail. You did call me.
You're not wrong. Okay, all right, we'll let you go. Bye. Have fun. All right, well, we're all verbally.
Have a great weekend, people.
All right,
get ready to have your face tatted.
All right, yeah, get ready. All right, bye. So that's good. All right, I'm glad we've established that. Steph, you're here, you're a witness. The rest of the world is a witness because this is a very popular show.
I'll hold them to it.
And, Ashley's getting a photo right now of what Chris is going to look like once
Chris is gonna look like.
loses the bet. Do you want to go over some of the stats really quick for the game?
Yeah. Well, you guys can ask me. What do you guys want to know? Because I'll kind of go into a rabbit hole and maybe your eyes will glaze over me. All right, Chris.
All right,
slow down.
so we've got Iron Mike Tyson. There he is.
Whoa.
Getting that thing done right over the eye. I think, that's a crazy move.
It's not the worst
nuts.
I've seen.
No.
Or
All right.
like
Mike Tyson.
artist.
Bit a guy's ear off. Got a face tattoo of
He bit twice, too.
Twice.
People forget that.
Yeah, twice. He broke his back and still fought. We can't forget about that. Spinal. And we only have 30 seconds left, but come on, make your case for Jake Paul here. Come on.
Jake Paul, 27 years old. So it's very simple. They have done such a good job marketing this that a 58-year-old man can beat a 27-year-old man. And I get it, Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson, but he's not that way anymore. And they've done such a good job convincing my friend to the left that it can happen, but it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Chris,
that's just how the way the body works.
You're gonna look so great with that tattoo come Monday morning. All right, good stuff. Hey, stick around. When we come back, our final thoughts of the morning. We're back after this. Real quick, just want to say we will not be doing the Mike Tyson face tattoo because apparently that is not a very good thing. So we'll find out something else to do.
We'll figure something out. Dan Schrack's tattooed face on your face
on
would
my
be
face?
the best.
Oh my gosh.
And then if not, I'll get both of your faces tattooed on my face.
Amazing.
Final thought right there.
Amazing. Final thought. Hey, let's get to our poll of the day. Earlier today, we asked you, let's see if we can pull it up, how much snowfall does it take to get you in the holiday spirit? Your options. Steph, you want to read them?
Just a dusting, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. None for you, or you don't have a preference.
The results? Here you go. Let it snow. 47.1% of people. Can't be wrong.
Wow.
Right? Respectfully
I
disagree.
chose the dusting.
That's what
which was
it's
second.
dusting.
Yeah. See, I like a good amount of snow. Buffalo girl.
I want to see that.
All right, thanks for joining us here on ARC Rochester. We'll see you back here on Monday morning starting at 4:57 on 13 WHAM ABC.
We also have much more live local news coming up later with me at 13 WHAM News at midday. We'll see you then. Have a great weekend.